LA City Council bans homeless encampments near schools and daycares. And get this, it was met with an uproar. Finally, the city of LA does something right and residents protest? You've got to be freaking kidding me, people. It's time for final thoughts. You know, I don't give California politicians a lot of credit, and for obvious reasons. I mean, just look at that state. The only way a region that is beautiful with those natural resources, billion in budget surplus, and the fifth largest economy in the world could be as bad as it is due to poor leadership. But get this, LA City Council, made up of 15 members, 14 Democrats, and 1 independent, actually passed an ordinance that bans homeless encampments within 500 feet of schools and daycare centers. It passed the council 11-3. Yes, that means 10 Democrats and 1 independent actually had the good sense, the common sense, to step back and say, you know what, I don't think drugged out and increasingly violent homeless people should be able to pitch tents near children. What a concept, right? This amendment to an existing ordinance also prohibits the homeless, freelance humans to be more politically correct, I suppose, from pitching tents and other makeshift abodes within 2 feet of fire hydrants, within 5 feet of any operational entrance or exit, and within 10 feet of a loading dock or driveway, or anywhere that interferes or restricts passage as required by the Americans with Disabilities Act. Oh, and last but not least, in the freaking street or bike path. You know, call me a stickler, call me heartless, call me a Republican, but I don't really think that's too much to ask. But apparently I've been out of LA long enough to have forgotten that libs, no matter how ridiculous the scenario, are gonna lib. When Councilman Joe Buscaino rose to speak at the meeting, he was interrupted and heckled by members of the audience chanting, "Shut it down." They actually prevented him from even speaking, and the council had to take a recess due to these morons crowding in the chambers accusing the council of criminalizing homelessness. Welcome to LA, folks. You can't make this stuff up. Even when you have a few LA Democrats willing to make changes to protect children, you have their fellow liberals chastising them for it. Newsflash, freelance, unhoused humans in LA are not all or even majority just poor and down on their luck. They're more often than not either drug addicts, mentally unstable, felons who've been released thanks to soft on crime policies, or a combo of all or any of those. And P.S., many of these individuals refuse to go to shelters because guess what? Shelters have rules, and rules many of these people refuse to abide by. Of course, we have compassion for those people, especially those that are veterans or truly suffering with addiction and mental health issues. But the solution isn't to allow them to set up camp anywhere they damn well please. It's dangerous and it's unfair to the children, students, teachers, business owners, and everyday Californians who have to step over homeless people, their needles, their urine, their feces, and their makeshift housing just to enter a building or a school or daycare facility, for crying out loud. Taxpayers voted in a $1.2 billion bond for homeless housing, and still they have to put up with this, and worse, when even Democrat leaders have the good sense to attempt to put a stop to the most egregious aspects of all this, they are labeled monsters, shut down, and shamed for it. Only in California, my friends. My goodness, no wonder people are leaving. And those are my final thoughts from Nashville. God bless, and take care.